240 to 300.
Big fish, nice going. Nice fish. Wow.
Nighttime, 5 jigs, 240.
All right, boys, nice. Oh, una sote. Nice fish.
Almost plugged her, guys.
Beautiful, nice fish. Look at that with the jig in its mouth. Jig right in its mouth. That is so cool. Whoa! I need a second gap. Wow. Nice. Beautiful. Oh! Oh! Whoa! Boom!
Jig's right there, watch it.
Yeah! Wow! It's the day after Christmas here in beautiful Surfside, California. I thought I'd give you a bird's eye view of the surf. It is still significant. Pretty big surf crashing in here along our beaches in Southern California. I hope you had a great Christmas and wanted to give you this look. In fact, there are some surfers down there by the jetty who are thoroughly enjoying this. We've got so much to cover with you. The San Diego docks are alive with life this morning as the long-range fleet gets set to depart and head south. We're going to get a lot of news in the coming days. And of course, we are watching so much here locally. Rockfish season is coming to an end, so this is your last chance to get out and take advantage of that in 2024. That's right, I actually have the date right today. Let's go down to the beach, set up for the MB because we'll go south of the border to Ensenada and so much more for you here this morning. Good morning, hope you had a wonderful Christmas. I'll get out of here, go down to the beach, and set up for the morning briefing. Before we get started on today's morning briefing, don't forget, if you're headed to Ensenada, you're going to want to give Zeke Casas a call. Only 15 minutes from downtown, but just check out that spectacular view while in Ensenada, Baja California Norte. And if that garage door is giving you a problem, then you're going to want to call your garage door man. That's Joe Welker. Tax problems? Nobody better than our friend Tim Marquez. Tim's been doing taxes for 35 years. Give the tax man a call today. And for your heating and or air conditioning needs, you're going to want to talk to our dear friend John Lopez at Efficient Heating and Air Conditioning. Hey, good morning, my dear friends, and welcome to beautiful Surfside, California. Nice sunrise here this morning, gorgeous morning. Waves are down quite a bit. It's not the big surf that we've been seeing the last few days, but there's still some big ones rolling in here. And the surfers, as I showed you a moment ago, are taking advantage of it. We've got a lot to cover with you. Of course, we're going to go south of the border. We're going to talk long range. We're going to talk our local rockfish, surf fishing, and so much more. You know what time it is. It's time for the morning briefing. Good morning, my friends. Is that good or what? Uh-oh. Am I going to get doused? Yes. Oh, that water is chilly here this morning, but it feels so good. And it feels so great to be with you all here again today. It's a beautiful morning. Hope you get a chance to get out into the great outdoors. It'll do your soul some good. Get some vitamin D. Go for a walk, go fishing, take a hike somewhere. It's all great stuff, and it's all so good for you. And in the coming year, we're going to be emphasizing that even more and more. We're going to be doing some more work in Mexico, but we're also going to focus our efforts here in the United States quite a bit on getting people out into the great outdoors. It really means a lot. If you don't mind, hit that like button. It means the world to us if you're able to do that. Also, share these videos with a friend and subscribe to the Friedman Adventures YouTube channel. Tick that little bell. You will be notified when there is new content. Also, you can follow us over there on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. So great to be with you all. You know, that was so good. Will you indulge me one more time? Day after Christmas, come on. Oh, is that good? Or what beautiful day here today, no question about it. Let's jump into it and talk a little bit about what is going on. And man, you talk about a lot of activity down in San Diego. I just talked to Ernie Montano. He is boarding the Independence with some great folks, and they're headed out on a 5-day trip. Hopefully, they're going to find that biting bluefin and yellowfin that was very active down there at 300 miles. I got my fingers crossed for those guys that they are indeed going to find that fish, and hopefully they'll be on it in another, well, tomorrow at some time, late tomorrow. Also, down the Baja coast, we continue to see some really excellent fishing for yellowtail, so I anticipate many of those guys are going to find that. There's great rock fishing if they decide to take advantage of that. A lot of options and alternatives, and they will reveal themselves to us as this week goes by. And also, longer trips. There's some guys on 16-day trips. They're going to get down below and maybe find that big yellowfin tuna, find that wahoo, and so much more. Man, I'm totally excited about the long-range scene. Let's talk Baja California. And down in Mexico Lindo, it lands in Cabo San Lucas. Still a good mix of fish. May not be wide open. At times it's pretty good, though. There's good yellowfin tuna down there, occasional striped marlin, occasional wahoo down in that neck of the woods, and still a couple of flatheads. There's a little bit of Dorado for the boats out of Pisces Fleet and other guys for that matter. So there has been some pretty good stuff going on, no question about that. Woo! Nice, beautiful morning here, and some bigger sets now starting to roll in here. So really excellent fishing south of the border down there, Mulaje Loreto. We continue to see some really excellent fishing in terms of the bite on yellowtail. That's been good. San Quintin is 140 miles below the border, and in that neck of the woods we're seeing some yellowtail there also, as well as great rock fishing. Excellent. And the same thing could be said for Ensenada. Just a little bit of yellowtail from time to time. Mostly it's been out of the picture. There's that big bonito running around, however, but excellent rock fishing with lots of viejas, that sheephead, whitefish, some nice vermilions. Those big reds have been biting. Seeing some nice lingcod in many cases. It's been darn good fishing. Whoa! Darn! Starting to get wiped out here. Now I'm totally soaked. I love it. So really good fishing south of the border down there in Ensenada. Really good stuff going on down there. We'll talk our islands up here in SoCal. We'll start south of the border also. The Coronado Islands, good rock fishing going on there. There has been some fine fishing for the bottom grabbers at San Clemente Island. Of course, at Catalina Island, the El Patron is focusing their attention on the island, and they're going to fish right through January, which I absolutely love. We're going to see some great fishing on board the El Patron in January. They'll focus on halibut and calico bass. Rockfish will be closed. They'll still be able to catch whitefish. It should be absolutely fantastic. And you can get on the El Patron this weekend. Get on the El Patron. Get on with those guys in January. Special low prices in January for that matter. So the El Patron, once again, www.longbeachsportfishing.org. You can get on the El Patron and have the time of your life. All right, let's get on down the beach here a little bit further while we continue talking about the SoCal bite, because I see some surfers back there. Maybe you'll be able to watch them catch a ride here. We'll see if we can do that for you. So some good island fishing, and then we get you up into the Channel Islands. Whoa, it's been fantastic. Big lings, great rockfish up there, plenty of squid, so the possibility of a sea bass or a halibut still looms. We might end up catching a few of those. We'll just have to wait and see on that. But for right now, the rockfish bite has been spectacular. Remember that big lingcod we had last week on the Island Spirit? We've got a trip coming up, and I can't wait for it. I'll see you all there. It should be great. The weather is windy, however. Looks like it's going to be breezy right through Friday. Saturday, it all lets up and looks really beautiful. So we'll see how that all plays out as we go along here. But great rock fishing at our local islands. And I hope you are seeing a surfer. I see the boys back there. Haven't caught one yet, but we'll keep our eyes on that for you as we continue walking down this beautiful beach here this morning. It is gorgeous. All right, along the Southern California coast, talking about 1/2 and 3/4 day boats now. Most of those guys have been catching, you know, the sheephead and the whitefish and the rockfish. Nothing wrong with that. Occasional halibut. Some pretty good bass fishing at night up there out of Marina del Rey and Redondo in the Santa Monica Bay. We've seen that going on for sure. Sand and calico bass. And lots of sculpin pretty much everywhere right now. So that's pretty good stuff. Down in the corner of Seal Beach Boulevard and Pacific Coast Highway, right back there behind me, you'll find Big Fish Bait and Tackle, Southern California surf fishing headquarters. And this is all going to calm down here for the weekend. By Saturday, it's going to be gorgeous and a perfect time for you to come out and catch a surf fish. And of course, using bait in the wintertime is always the best way to make that happen. So keep that in mind. Using some ghost shrimp or some worms, all of which you can get at Big Fish Bait and Tackle, is a great way to make things happen. Mostly barred perch up and down the Southern California coast right now. That's what we've been seeing because the water is cool and those little devils like that cooler water. They love that cooler water. I'm not so fond of it myself walking in it here this morning, but the barred perch, that's a whole different thing. So once again, seeing a lot of that. You will catch an occasional halibut. Also, at times that can be pretty darn good in the winter time. So keep that in mind, throwing a lucky crab lure or throwing a chrome crocodile or fishing bait or drop shot method. Those are all great ways to catch a flatfish here in the SoCal surf, no question about it. So from San Diego all the way up to Ventura, mostly bar perch right now. Now, bar perch will bite on that lucky crab lure at times. Most of the time it's going to be a nice big one. So throwing that lure will not only result in halibut, but it could result in bar perch and big yellowfin croaker. You know, I mean, anything that looks like the bait that is in the local environment is sure to produce something for you all. I think I just saw a surfer right there behind me. There he is. So somebody caught a ride, and I hope you were able to see that. All right, my friends, don't forget, if you'd like to go with the best boat in the Channel Islands, we absolutely love fishing on board the Island Spirit up there out of Ventura Sport Fishing. So much fun, such a great crew. You will thoroughly enjoy it. I highly recommend you go to www.venturasportfishing.com, or you can give them a call at 805-676-3474. All right, I think it is time for me to call it a morning. Some really, really excellent angling opportunities here as we finish up 2024. Hopefully we are going to see some fireworks before the year ends in terms of that long range ride. Of course, we'll be keeping our eyes on Mexico and everything else for you all. All right, my friends, have a great morning. Get out into the great outdoors. Renew your soul. Go for a walk. Enjoy this beautiful environment. And as always, I hope to see you really, really soon. Take care, my friends. I'm going to show you how to make ceviche to die for. I'll show you all the ingredients. I'll show you how easy it is. It's keto friendly. It's super healthy. It's something for the holiday season. All right, number one, perhaps the most important ingredient of this whole thing when you're making ceviche is fish. Fresh fish. Fishermen have such an advantage over everybody else because you can't buy this in the market. But if you go out and catch it, I'm telling you, it will make all the difference in the world to your ceviche. It's a good reason for you ladies to look for a fisherman for a boyfriend or a husband, because the ceviche is to die for when you get it fresh from the sea. Number two, we're going to use fresh ingredients. That means real tomatoes. We definitely want to use that all cut up into nice little pieces like that. We're going to salt and pepper those also. And our cebollas, or our onions, we've got those all ready to go. Also, we're also going to insist that you use fresh lime. I know it's a pain in the neck. It's more trouble than it seems like it's worth, but it makes such a great difference in your ceviche. Yes, that is all ready to go. And of course, some cilantro all chopped up and ready to go. And one thing I want to make clear to everybody out there is that you can make this your own creation. If you want to add garlic, you want to add some chili dulce, some jalapenos, anything you want to add, make this your piece of art. First thing we're going to do is we're going to combine the fish with the lime juice, then we're going to put it aside for a couple of hours. Let it cook. The acid in the lime will actually cook the fish, and then we're going to add all the other goodies. All right, we're going to add our fish now. As you can see, we want to make sure that that fish is covered up by all that fresh lime juice. So we definitely want to mix it in there. If we have to squeeze a few more limes, we're definitely going to do it. And then we're going to take this beautiful mixture here, and we're going to put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, 4 hours. You can even do it overnight, but 4 hours is usually perfect. We'll add salt and pepper in just a little bit. All right, we've had our fish in there for about 2 hours. You can see it's turning white, so it is already starting to cook. We're going to add our ingredients now. I've already poured off the excess lime juice. You'll definitely want to do that to this California rockfish. All kinds of different fish will work great here. We're going to add our tomato. I want to salt and pepper that just a little bit more for now. So we've added some sea salt to that and a little bit of pepper. And then we are going to add our cilantro, of course. You know, you can do that to taste. You don't like cilantro, some people don't add it. And then our onion. And then we're going to mix that all together. I've got a couple of other ingredients that I want to talk to you about, but man, just look at the colors. I mean, for Christmas or New Year's, just as beautiful as you could want it, and that fresh fish from the sea. This case, it was California rockfish. It is so beautiful. Make sure you mix it up really, really, really well. Now, some people will find this a little too acidy, or the acidity level might be a little high. One thing we can do to cure that is add some clamato, and I love some clamato in my ceviche, so we've added that. We're going to mix that up, then we're going to put this back in the refrigerator. Salt and pepper to taste. Look at that, looking beautiful. And if it's still got an acid taste to you, something that some people think is blasphemy, but a lot of people use it, is some ketchup. And I'm not going to use it right now because I do feel like it's blasphemy. No, actually I don't. Sometimes it comes in really handy. So there you have it. Look at that. It looks so good. It's perfect for the holiday season. Festive, delicious, keto-friendly, healthy. Man, you are going to have such a great dish. So easy to prepare. Enjoy, my friend. And now the moment of truth. Like I would really tell you if it sucked. No, I would tell you. Let's try it. Looks so good. So fresh. Oh my God. It's so good. You're going to love it. Happy holidays, everybody. Enjoy your ceviche. It is so good.